For several years, I've been tracking the shocking cost of a place to call home in London. The frenzied race to buy. Rip-off rents. Would people ever say enough is enough?
It's small.
And where on earth would they go? And it's no longer just a threat. Last year, over 30,000 30-somethings said goodbye to London.
I never ever thought I would leave London, ever.
There's nowhere cheap anymore, so where'd you go?
London should worry to have 30,000 more 30-somethings leaving the capital.
Well, it's just starting to rain. We're nearly 2 hours from London in a grey, faded old seaside town. This is Margate, and they call it the new Shoreditch on Sea. Could that really be true?
Yes, it's Margate, with only a handful of...
Once proud Margate went on to embody the death of the British seaside. It has all the decay and promise that once brought pioneers into Shoreditch in Hackney.
Hackney is showing severe signs of decline.
Hackney's gone from derelict to gentrified in a generation. Today, the cheapest we could find in the area was a one-bed ex-council flat for $340,000 on this estate. The original Hackney pioneers are being pushed out. But where to go? A home in the roughest and most unloved parts of London will still cost you hundreds of thousands of pounds. The capital, it seems, has sold out of rundown and cheap. And that's where Margate comes in. This is the new frontier. They call them hags, the pioneering hipsters, artists and gays, down from London to build a new life.
They're all flooding down here. 66% of the people who've moved here have come from London. Margate had the highest price rise of any coastal town this year. Somebody who's selling their 1 or 2 bedroom flat in the East End can come here and buy a 6-bedroom glorious townhouse.
Something just like this. A huge house.
It is, yeah. We've got no power in here at the moment, but if we head on up.
It's a time capsule, just what our pioneers are looking for. All these old features are included. So this old house is 6 bedrooms?
6 bedrooms, 2/3 reception rooms, kitchen, bathroom, large garden, over 3 floors.
How much?
263,500. I think the Shoreditch on Sea slogan is definitely more of a nickname, but it's kind of, I think, mirroring what's happened in some of the London areas where they were, no-go areas for years, and now they're suddenly the place to be.
And it's not just grand old houses. You can buy a 1-bed flat from $55,000.
So I moved from South London 2 years ago for the same reasons that a lot of other people are moving here, to get on the property ladder and just to appreciate what you can have here in comparison to what you could dream of having when you're up there.
Josh, do you want to move to Margate?
Leanne and Matt are also quitting East London for Margate. 2 years ago, I met them along with 50 others struggling to buy this East London flat. It's left them tired of London.
Then we went for another flat in Leytonstone. Then the price went up £50,000. We got so sick of it. Now the East London crowd all seem to have followed that ripple as far as Margate. All I knew was it was a bit of a UKIP seaside town that was a bit run down.
It's 2 months on, and Leanne and Matt's second viewing on this 5-bed Margate house.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Nice high ceilings.
It's huge. Go on to the West Wing.
At $357,000, it's a home you can get lost in.
So you'll have to call over from the East Wing and I'll be in the West Wing. Where are you, darling? I'm in the East Wing. If you don't need to work in an office, you can work anywhere with the internet. Here, you could work from home. It's a much nicer, sort of calmed down way of life here. Matt, do you remember what one of these is?
What, a garage?
Yes. When was the last time you saw a garage in London?
Well, this would be a small house.
I think it'd be a 1-bedroom flat, wouldn't it?
I think London will regret being so expensive because it's forced out a lot of the young artistic people, the people that have made London, especially East London, what it is.
The chandelier's over here.
Yep.
Paul Furbank quit Hackney for Margate just as business boomed for his high-end industrial designs, like chandeliers, from jet engines.
We're not in Stoke Newington anymore, purely for financial reasons. We took on a hotel in Sydney, which was huge. We've taken on a couple of restaurants in Singapore, which were huge. I think the minute the creativeness moves out of London, which it appears it's happening, it's a huge shame for London and what it is and what it can be. In Margate in particular, there's lots of commercial properties, small properties, perfect for running businesses from, undervalued and underloved.
This is great British culture.
Even Dreamland has creaked back into life, but many ghosts still stand untouched.
We know that virtually every studio that's operating here is full. We know that there is a waiting list for some. We've had a 36% reduction in unemployment over the last 3 years, 18% more businesses in the last 2 years.
In an old picture framing warehouse, dozens of London arrivals set up workspace.
And then this will be where my studio is. So
James is a musician and music producer.
I was in Hackney for 8 years and it's getting really clean. It's almost becoming like the inside of an airport terminal. It's too expensive and I feel so much more free here. I'm able financially to be able to build a studio, have a flat and actually have a car for less than what I was paying for one room in London.
The same London stories as you roam from studio to studio.
Personally, for me, it was upsetting to be pushed out of somewhere you've been your whole life. And it's very frustrating as well to see that most people my age are having the same problems, and it seems like there's nothing we can do about it but bar move somewhere else.
London First represents some of the capital's leading employers.
It's not just Margate that could end up taking a slice of London's pie. It could be places outside of the UK. We're seeing Dublin, Berlin and other places rubbing their hands with glee at the prospect of taking some of our tech companies and creative industries away from us. We've got this brilliant cluster at Old Street, often called Silicon Roundabout. That could end up some kind of Silicon Cemetery if all of the people that work there decide to go and have a better life elsewhere. We need to build the homes that those people need to live in if we want to keep them here in this brilliant capital.
London First say 1 in 6 of the capital's companies are considering relocation.
We have some people literally travelling for an hour and a half.
Feed, a successful Shoreditch tech advertising company, employs 120 people.
I think London's got to be careful. We have been looking at Manchester for some time. Similar things happened in San Francisco when the prices went up dramatically and everyone started moving to LA.
From California dreams to London's new exiles in Dreamland, Margate.
Margate wakes up and starts his day as we all like to do, slowly.
I absolutely feel like I've made the right decision.
I get to see the sea every day.
Do you live to work or do you work to live?